It was in the cold and frozen north we find ourselves for the next part of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Hey there folks, Reniancy here, and welcome back. We are still working on side quests, and it's time for Garlemald! Specifically Camp Broken Glass, because I don't think we're doing both these in one video. We will add in this one. There's this one down here. Yeah, so we finished up Razahan last time. And let's just go. This is gonna be a lot. Beasts of the Imperial Wild. Blasted overgrown bastard got away again. If only there was someone we could turn to. But who? Of course, I'm still not doing voices because there's still so many NPCs. Maybe for some of the key ones, but otherwise just so many. Excuse me, I didn't see you there. Pardon my mumbling. Hold a moment. Yes, let me have a look at you. Those eyes, steady set jaw. Yes, you're a dowdy sort, aren't you? Perfect. You're just the woman I was in the market for. Our camp stores are being pillaged, plundered, and altogether despoiled, which is troublesome indeed, as we have so little in the way of provisions as it is. Fortunately, the thieves left tracks, which the Garlean hunters of the area tell us belong to a variety of Yeti known as the Honesty. The wretches are so wily that once they found the source of food, they come in droves, telling all their other accursed friends. So leaves us with only one recourse: swift and bloody retribution. I was told to find you sins of a master huntswoman, but you certainly can't find one of those just lying about. I was treading over whom to ask when you fell straight into my lap, and you seem as good a hunter as any, right? I've only killed like 2,000 S ranks and... or 1,000 S ranks in Norvrot. Over 3,000 in total. You're willing to cooperate, I'm sure that you are. Speak with the Imperial Hunter just outside camp. He'll set you on the right path. Alright. Well, we're gonna grab these two first. I'm just gonna do like a loop around camp, I think. Your inventory is not full. It's not. I've got 109 spaces. I have an important task to perform, and by that I mean I have someone else perform. I've been lumbered with the unenviable duty of the inventory of supplies brought by each delegation. Collaboratively and basic provisions have been accounted for, I can't see the same for what might be considered creature comforts. You see, even the most frivolous of things can make a huge difference out here in the frozen waste. So I'm trying to put together a list of the luxury goods at our disposal. Since you're on good terms with practically everyone here, better than me at any rate, perhaps you could help. Much appreciated. I've already sent one of my subordinates to speak with the Maelstrom, Temple Knights, and Alamican Resistance. I need you to ask the remaining groups, namely Twin Ethers, Immortal Flames, and our far eastern allies. I want that just be the Dolmens? Usually? Any information you can bring me would be most welcome. I can't jump over! Alright. My brilliant plan of just jumping over that was spoiled. Oh my god. You have two! You have two! Else I know I'm on mock right now. I'll fix it. Bear baiting. Just the person I was hoping to see. Might interest you in a little hunting. I do enough of it, isn't it? It's bears I'm after. If you've never tried their meat, I thoroughly recommend it. They're far from the easiest of prey, though I dare say you've faced much worse. If you're game, here's the plan. First, we lure them out with a steer meat, which is also laced with sleeping potion. It's a simple matter of walking over and offering them in a matter of your choosing. What could be simpler? Here's 3 ample servings of prime venison. Be sure to let the concoction take effect before swooping in to claim your prize. Okay, changed. The hero never bombs. Aha, you do have a way of appearing at the most opportune times, don't you? I was only thinking to myself, if only Arya were here. So, to business. In light of our work to aid the people of Garlemald, the First Legion put to us an offer. Their service, Machina, is ours should we want it. Though, as we've all recently learned, nothing is ever so easy, as the Magitek question still lies within the city limits. The self-same engineer who gifted us with this information has offered to escort you to the site. That's right, you. Mentioned you by name, even. I would never force you to attend to a task so perilous, but it would be a great boon to our cause where we wrangle that Machina to our purpose. The area in question is sadly littered with detritus of all manner, making exploration difficult, if not impossible. To that end here, these are the blast, bomb, and demolish any barrier foolish enough to stand between our hero and her cause. The engineer awaits you outside the encampment's limits. Find him when you are ready to brave the perils of the city. Okay. Oh, you're literally right there, apparently. You're ruining my brilliant plan of just doing a loop. Hello, Manuki. That's a fate. Okay. There is one thing that springs to mind. We brought several bolts of felt. Oh, this is from what? Oh, is that it? We brought several bolts of felt, which might seem a bit odd to some. Most people don't realize how effective it is in keeping the cold out in the warm in. But that's not all. Using everything from clothing to our yurts, and even for patching up wounds. Of course, we're more than willing to share it with the rest of the contingent. We also have a whole crate of what you might call warming stones in the common tongue. Hold one in your hands and you'll see what I mean. There are plenty of those to go around as well. Oh, you also have your own quest. Help me to help you. I knew there was two up here. I have a question. Do I look imposing? Intimidating, perhaps? Sorry, you must think it's strange I would ask such a thing. The truth is, I encountered a boy near one of the storerooms, and when I called out to him, he ran straight. Oh wait, he ran away at the sight of me. I was only hoping to lend a helping hand. Later on, I learned that the place was used as a granary, so I was most likely searching for food. Now, thanks to me scaring him off, he probably had to go hungry. I couldn't live with myself if he starved because of me, though. I fear he'd only run off if I tried to approach him. I wonder, perhaps you wouldn't mind going in my stead? Here, you might find it more easily with this telescope. May the kami guide you. In the skies above Garlemald. Salutations, Arya. Forgive the abrupt nature of my question, but have you ever set this drive Magitek armor? Fantastic! If anyone were to have such experience, I knew it would be you. Reason for my asking is simple. We wish to get an aerial view of the city to assess damages. Magitek pilot belonging to the First Legion was kind enough to suggest we use one of their flying units to conduct our survey. Alas, the person we initially requested for this assistance has been injured and rendered unable to board the armor. Fortunately, I have found you, or rather, you have found me, as it were. This Magitek pilot I spoke of awaits you at Liminal Station 4. You'll find him performing maintenance on the armor you will be using. He will get you set up. Okay. Yes, here there were bombs. Okay. Let's just go over here. Let's use that one. Arm's length. Oh, Kochacha. Let me see. Other than the usual material, we also have a number of tents donated by Lord Lolorito. A few of them have been pitched around the camp, and you might be interested to know they were woven by Alamagan refugees. We're all glad they found meaningful employment, and the quality of their work speaks for itself. We do appear, however, to have overestimated how many tents we would need, and find ourselves with a surplus of cloth. We soon discovered, however, that when folded up, the tent sheets make for surprisingly good bedding, and I'd be happy to donate a few. And you have your own quest. Of course you do. Ordnance Cleanup Committee. Arya, may I bother you a moment? I trust word has already reached you regarding the reclamation of the discarded weaponry. No? Truly, it is good you found me. As you are well aware, in accordance with the truce, the First Legion has laid down its arms. Unfortunately, its soldiers laid down those arms wherever they pleased, and now they're scattered all over the city. Should you stumble upon, or more likely trip upon, any of this aforementioned Imperial weaponry, we ask that you reclaim it and return it to us post-haste. Please gather up anything even vaguely useful looking, though you could probably draw the line at a plank with a nail through it. We already have enough of those. Okay. Nakago? Mama, she is in deep trouble. Please, a moment of your time. This poor girl, she's come all the way from the seat of the Empire, alone, it would seem. I meant to ask what's troubled her, but she can't catch her breath for all her tears, let alone speak. I'm not accustomed to children and their handling. I could never say the right thing. Perhaps you'll have more success in calming her than I. Could you try to soothe whatever sorrow plagues her? Soothe. Thank you. I feel a bit better now. What am I doing here? Well, Mom said we might find some food at your camp. On our way here, one of the buildings started to crumble, the big bit will hit Mom, and she's still trapped under it. I tried to pull her out, but please, she needs help. My word, you needn't worry, little one. Help is on the way. Arya, follow her to her mother. See if there's aught to be done. I will round up a few soldiers and assist you, just in case. Okay. Oh, follow her lead. Well, we're not gonna move on from that quest yet because yeah, you have oh my god, it's worse than I thought. There's so many. Scouting for scouts. Please, a moment of your time. A friend who was sent out on reconnaissance has been gone far too long, and she's not responding to her link pearl. Will you help me look for her? Apologies for the yawns. It's still early here. It's been a busy few days for me. So I'm just tired. I knew you would. Let's split up. I'll search around the camp while you head for the lake. Please upgrade their safety. Oh yeah, we've received a rather urgent call for assistance only moments ago. One of our finest located a civilian and meant to lead them to safety, but was waylaid. Magitek ordnance set upon them, and our comrade was wounded in the barrage. I shouldn't prattle on any longer. This is their most desperate hour, and are in need of urgent help. City streets can be treacherous to the inexperienced, which is why I would ask that you undertake this task. Can I count on your assistance? Sure. Excellent. Seek out the man in Regio Urbanis Izuma and provide him with this tincture. That ought to set him on his feet again, and with any luck, grant him strength enough to get both himself and the civilian back here. Of course, they're all going up there. You. Under lock and code. I beg your pardon, but I hear you're a woman of the world. We've a slight problem, and your knowledge might help us solve it. Actually, they came to me first. When it comes to anything other than the martial arts, I'm unable to provide much in the way of assistance. I did, however, offer to find someone who can, so hopefully I may yet make myself useful. A man of the maelstrom is over by the storeroom, no doubt scratching his head as we speak. I'm sure he'd benefit from your wisdom. Back there. Okay, so there's another person. Immortal flame, still good. Put your plasma where your mouth is. If it isn't Arya, your timing is fortuitous. There is a request I would make of you, one on the more perilous side. As you know, we are working day and night to escort the city's residents to safety. Unfortunately, some Magitek colossi seek to undermine our efforts, but to directly engage them would result in catastrophic collateral damage. Luckily, it need not come to that. Garlemald Ironworks is a product known as a Magitek Plasma Cannon. Cannon! That means nothing to me, I confess, but word is this creation of theirs is capable of stopping a war machina dead in its tracks. Sounds too good to be true, I know. Well, here's the rub. The silver bullet is a damned costly thing to develop, and they don't want just anyone handling it. did put your name forward, though. He thought you would acquit yourself well of this task. I know it's a deal to ask, but should you decide to aid us in our efforts, we will be waiting near the station. Okay, are you gonna ask me to like move, or can I just like talk to you on here? One moment, I know you. Yes, you're one of the Eorzeans who was brought to the station, aren't you? I was told that I would receive assistance from one involved in the contingent's decision-making process, but I must say, seeing you here comes as a shock. You seem the sort of person that has to be above the sniping environment. Sure you have the time to spend on such menial tasks? Still have a month till Dawntrail. Oh, slightly under a month until Dawntrail. Very well. I won't press the subject any longer. Your assistance will prove invaluable, I'm certain. Now then, time is wasting. Let's reconvene the Ablin Rhine, the Almasty's territory, where we'll set the trap. Alright. Again, I apologize for the yawning. I normally try not to be all yawny, but it's been a few days. Oh, here we are with the key one, I guess. Camp, broken engines. Ere you become even more excited, will you indeed require additional parts to perform your repairs? I cannot say I spot any likely spares while setting up the camp. It's so good to have a quick-thinking machinist like yourself on my side. Yes, I know, machinist. Look, my FF11 Link show was Machina, so I just ever see it's just Machin to me at this point. Just to see something like that. So it's Machinist. Whatever. No amount of flattery will convince me to take you to my superiors ere we have physical proof of your good intentions. Now, focus, please. Are spare parts required? Yes or no? Yes, you're awfully tense about the shoulders. Did you know that? I will be needing a replacement carburetor for one of the engines. Fortunately, the same sort of engines were in use at Modern Station G last I checked. I'll be able to find what we need there. After I swapped out the faulty part and made my other repairs, I'll warm the engines up properly. That should clear any cerulean residue and allow them to run at full capacity once more. With that in mind, I want to start taking things apart. Can you fetch the carburetor for me? Do you even know what a carburetor is? She's a bona fide hero, you know. You can't just ask her to do your bidding, and rudely at that. I'm used to being ordered around. If you're certain, you will need to look for a sort of tube connected to the cerulean engine's core. Many Magitek devices utilize them. Okay. Hello, June. Oh, you must be... Let's for another one. Creature comforts? Well, we did bring a large shipment of tea leaves provided by the Carline Canopy. Mother Mion and Fufuch have both agreed that there's no better way to stave off the cold than a nice hot brew. I can personally attest to that. We have enough for everyone if they have a mind to try it. And heroes... Oh. Could you spare a few moments to assist me? The situation's rather dire, I'm afraid. Even now, our healers continue to treat the Imperial troops scattered on the Magna Glacios, and prolonged use of curative magics has pushed them beyond their limits. To make matters worse, spending so much time around the Tempered with all that raving and thrashing about takes its toll on the carers. I dare say a few words of encouragement from the champion of Eorzea will help raise their spirits. I also have a few bottles of ether to alleviate their fatigue. Would you mind distributing these among the healers? I was told someone would come to help, I never thought it'd be you. Well, now that you're here, I'd like you to take a look at this container we have recovered from the Magna Glacios. It was one of several, in fact, and though we've succeeded in cracking the others open, this stubborn bugger refuses to yield. All I know is a 4-letter password is needed to unlock it. What that might be, I haven't the foggiest idea. There might be someone around here who either knows what it is or can point us in the right direction. Can you try asking around? Only 4 letters. How many possible combinations is that? Wait, your icon's gonna stay? Ugh. Sorry, I don't know the exact code, but given it the container belongs to the 3rd Legion, perhaps the password has some sort of significance to them. Oh my god. I have to figure out which ones are which. Oh. We're also doing this too. The Warrior of Light, it's an honor to meet you. Oh, I'm just doing my job is all. No need to thank me. Well, truth be told, it's became to wear on me, bit by bit. I once lost a friend to temporary, and every time we managed to cure one of the afflicted, I'm reminded of those we couldn't save. Only we'd had a way of treating them before they were... No, I mustn't let such thoughts cloud my mind, and we're all very grateful for the work of the Scions in creating this treatment. For my part, I'll do everything in my power to save as many lives as possible. Right. Oh yes, that's the follow, so we're literally around the corner. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. You wouldn't believe some of the things I've seen. Those poor bastards calling out to Varus for salvation, waiting for anthems praising the Empire, and there's the screaming gods. I can still hear them. I mustn't let that stop me from fulfilling my duty. I'll fill my ears with wax if I have to, and once I get this ether down my neck, I'll return to my post. Alright. Hello. Tanner, sorry, I've never had much to do with them. If you're after clues that could lead you to password, a little background information on the 3rd Legion might be of use. It was born in the first year of Emperor Solus's reign and spent the first few decades engaged in campaigns across the Northern Territories. In the 42nd year, for its exemplary service to the Empire, it was assigned a new role, the protection of the capital, a far more prestigious position. Okay. I guess we'll just turn in this quest too, since we're right here. You guys have anything to share? Yes, that will do nicely. What's more, the Temple Knights, Maelstrom, and Elamagan Resistance had a fair few useful supplies of their own, so my list of creature comforts is a lot longer than I was expecting. In all honesty, I was worried that taking in all these Imperials might put everyone, including them, in a more unfavorable position. Even those of us most committed to the cause might find it hard to put the needs of our former enemies before those of our sworn comrades. A valiant point, perhaps, until you stop to consider the terrible fate that has befallen Garlemald. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. In any case, they're the reason we're here in the first place, so it's our duty to lend them what aid we can. Huh, listen to me ramble on. Anyway, for your part in making our lives a little more bearable, please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Hey, my inventory's a little more full now. Hello, Wilhelm. I understand it's common for people to choose dates and so forth of special importance as their password. As for the members of the 3rd, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps an anniversary or something along those lines? Oh, here. Okay, I guess no other people to talk to, so we'll just go back. If this belonged to the 3rd Legion, they'd be the ones to pick the password. Most likely make it easy to remember. That information we got about the history of the Legion might be a lead worth following, but we've no way of entering numbers, only letters. Wait, that's it. Garlean numerals. Let's see, if 3 is written as 3, then... I take 42. Hold on, is that XLII? Is that right? Oh, worth a try, I suppose. It worked. Now inspect our treasure. What the bloody hell is this? A flag? Why would they bother keeping a thing like this locked away? Well, I'll pretend I understand their ways. Let's just assume they have a good reason for treating a bit of cloth with such reverence. Probably best to leave it here undisturbed, as I have no intention of offending anybody. Can I ask you to pass on word of what we found? Oh, and thanks for your help. Alright. Go find you. So has the investigation finally reached its conclusion? Oh, there's another healer. A Garlemald flag, who'd be wise to treat it with respect. The chain it bears represents the unity between the people of the Empire, a unity that is all but lost. Think that this banner would be locked away rather than raised proudly, a relic of Garlemald's past. Though they have long been our enemies, to see its people brought so low, forgive me, I've spoken over much. Though the search did not uncover any resources to speak of, at least the mystery of the locked container could be laid to rest. You have our thanks. Okay. Another healer. Should be able to finish this one. Here you are. Oh, I've seen you before. You brought bravely in the Dom, as I recall. You come bearing gifts? Yes, treating the tempered is a lot harder than I imagined. Before we came here, I'd only heard rumors of the condition, but to see with my own eyes, no one deserves that. That's why the work we do is so important. Once I have finished resting, as I was ordered, I shall return to the patients. Thank you for your kindness. Okay, so we can head back to turn in this quest. It's because we're here still. You finished your rounds then. Do the healers have anything to share? It's worse than I thought. Even the tempered we see in our homelands did little prepare us for the sheer numbers we've encountered here. Hearing them all may appear to be an insurmountable task, but we must try. That's why maintaining morale and the well-being of our healers is so important. And you have made a valuable contribution. I'd like you to have this by way of thanks. Wow, food! Alright. You. Kill that. We're gonna have to come in and out of here a whole lot. Well, let's just do this fretting girl business. You mean it? You're really gonna help me? She's just over this way, quickly! Oh, and do not let blah blah blah. Do not fall behind. Hello, engineer. Like I said, I'm gonna come back and forth a lot. Yeah, don't fall behind as I get ahead. Mom, I'm coming! Hello there. Oh my gosh. Good water break, I guess. Oh my gosh, did I ever say anything interesting? I'm sure that other guy's like an escort or whatever, so I was like, ah! Does she lead the way? I seem to be ahead of her. We have to hurry. I'm moving faster than you right now. Oh god, it's really far up, isn't it? That's where all the buildings. Oh, I got too far. She's just a little further. She's like over here. I'm like, I'm ahead of you. Like, come on. This feels like a speed up moment, doesn't it? Are we gonna fall just short? We are. Trapped woman. Is she trapped though? She looks to just be next to a rubble. Whatever. We're helping her. We're helping her. Strength. Was that some sort of magic? Forgive me, I began to panic thinking I'd be trapped forever. Thanks to you, I can walk away with my life intact. I'm so proud of you, my little soldier. How brave you were to seek help as you did. You must have been so scared. I was, but that's when I met this real little soldier. Littler than me, even. He asked this nice lady to help us. So that's what happened. We were at the station when they announced the truce, so I know that we're no longer at odds, but even so, it's just difficult for some of you to see us as anything more than the enemy. Your contingent is kind indeed to take us in as you have. It is more than I expected, to be sure. I was prepared for something of a fight, in fact. But so long as my sweet one depends on me, nothing shall stop me from making sure she's safe. We are survivors, come what may. We'll set out for your camp once more. Farewell, ma'am. You've my most heartfelt gratitude. And before I go, do give my thanks to that warrior my daughter spoke of, should you see him again. Yeah, well, I guess since I'm out here, let's go. We're gonna do a lot of back and forth, because it's Garlemald. Jesus, Oh, we are like right past something now. That one's not even on my thing, so it's fine. Let me drop it. What was here? There's a destination. I'll just go to the glowing destination. Oh god! Oh, okay. This is venison. There's another one. Go here. Nice, the venison. Oh, there's the last one. Cool. Hello. Ludicrously massive bear. It's pretty massive, isn't it? Just for that little bit of help. Bear quest. Let's drop it off. Let's just make sure that the rebel one won't go into my list. Oh my god, we're going up here. So anyway, I was sad it went a little short, but this is a hunt spawn point right here with these two little cavalry guys. This is in that area. What are we doing? Tincture. Can't thank you enough. I would surely have succumbed to my injuries had you not come along. You see, a nightmare of a war machina stood upon us out of nowhere. My medical supplies were destroyed in the opening volley. I took a rather nasty hit myself. It would have been a lot worse if this kind lady had not noticed the enemy approaching. I owe her my life. It was nothing compared to the bravery you showed in rescuing me. Not for you, No, I shan't speak of it. It's too grisly a thought to put into words. You've nothing to worry about now, I assure you. Please allow me to escort you to Camp Broken Glass. Food and succor await. Join us, will you, Arya? The soldier who sent you here must be eager to hear of your exploits. It's all down there. No. I know there's more up here, I just don't know. We are gonna go over to a little spot, and then I guess I'll warp back down. I guess I should just go up to Tertium real quick for that one quest. Back here, where these cavalry are, is another spawn point. A lot of the spawn points here are fairly close to enemies, actually. There's a reason for this. I mean, I guess in general they usually are, but... Anyways, we are going to Tertium for one singular reason, and it's above it. We just had to get in here. All these quests. They're taunting, man. Actually, before we go to the quests, we are gonna do another thing. I would have, if this hadn't been up here, I would have saved this for the next part, but... Let's see if a buddy's up here. No, Alpha. So Alpha has 3 interactions up here. He's not here right now. Maybe he's waiting for the actual Tertium video. That could be it, right? Hello. Your assistance is greatly appreciated, ma'am. I will distract the Colossi, allowing you ample time to take aim with your newly appointed weapon. The engineers are to be believed. Scoring a direct hit will send a powerful current through the giant system and ultimately disable it. Yep. Pew pew. Hello. Search your surroundings for the Magitek Colossi. The Colossi approach. Be warned that should he retreat, your mission will be judged a failure. Strike 3 with your new weapon, silence them for good. Alright. Pew pew. Let's go. That was easy. That little camera angle for that last one was ugh. No fan of. Excellent shooting, Arya. Now those wretched Machina have been dispatched, we will be able to deliver the citizens to safety. Before I return to the station to join the escort, I shall send word to Camp Broken Glass of your success. My superior officer, Ambaghai, will await you with your reward. I'll make sure of it. The plasma one. I'm don't want to abandon. Another one up here. No, it's down there though. I was trying to unmute. Whew. That was close. I may have hit auto run and just flew down here and stepped away from because that's Garlemald. This here's the Amnesties land. Considering how prolific the things are, we shouldn't have to wait long before one comes lumbering by. How did I forget myself? Before I go hunting, here, specialty spirits. Not for you, of course, for them, the Amnesties. Drown them in this stuff, and they'll be 3 sheets to the wind before you know it. There's no easier quarry to catch than a drunk fool, am I right? Once you've felled one, don't forget to collect the bloody trunk from it. Oh, there's just the thing sitting there. I guess I'm pissing off a sprite because it's right here. Which is cool. That's cool. I didn't piss off the sprite! Yeah! Pro skills, I guess. What's with things at Garlemald hitting hard? Jeez. Oh, I need to use the spirits on it. Well, I would have probably been able to... I was apparently just beating it down anyway, but oh well. Oh well. For all the damage it did. Cool. Let's go back. I'm like, this is a lot of HP, man. Oh, right, yeah. Have you the bloody chunk I requested? I should hope you kept it in a bottle, if I would rather not have gore dripping all over the both of us. Yeah. Good work. I must say, you've quite the mettle to face such beasts without so much as batting an eyelid. Oh, silly me, I expect aught else from the self-same woman who set foot into Tertium, knowing full well it was a trap. You must be wondering why the blood. Well, the Amnesties are clever creatures. They won't willingly wander into dangerous lands, especially ones that smell of death. So sprinkling a copious amount of their fellows' gore about the encampment ought to ensure they give us a wide berth. Let's head back to Camp Broken Glass. There, you can tell the soldier who sent you to me that he was right to put you on the job. Yes. Alright, that one's down. And there's more quests up there. I'll swing back in the Broken Glass and then... That's all I say, it's just a sigh. Oh, good. Oh, I got on my mount too soon! No! Please leash, thank you. I'm paralyzed! It's really rude, actually. Thank goodness you're here. Never mind me, this man's in desperate need of aid. I think I'm no longer paralyzed, I guess. Ugh. I thought he could use my help, so I called out to him, but he soon bolted in fear. That's when one of these fiends appeared out of nowhere and pounced him. Although I rushed to fend it off, it had already signaled to its pack mates. Just then, just as they had me on the back foot, you arrived. Both called for assistance and my hands were already full. But thanks to your timely intervention, I can finally send for troops to take this poor fellow to safety. I'll move him to a more secure location once our comrades get here. While you and I are both perfectly capable of conveying the situation via link call, perhaps it would set their minds at ease if you could speak to them in person. Yeah. Right. There's that one. Go down. Let's just go grab this quest, the one that's like in an awkward position for both groupings, but. Armored up. So you found it within your heart to help an old friend once again, eh? Rest assured, I won't soon forget your generosity. Now on to the matter at hand. The people here have told me about the Magitek workmen restocking the frozen tundra. With no pilots to guide them, they unleash their fury upon whosoever is unfortunate enough to cross their path. Several of the refugees attempted to combat the threat using a few abandoned suits of Magitek armor, but they were soon overwhelmed. It's not often you see Magitek turn on Magitek, but not much surprises me these days. Luckily, no one was killed during that incident, but the mindless machines are still out there, primed and ready for their next target. That's where you come in. The stories say you're a demon in Magitek armor, and I reckon you produced those things in a pile of scrap before I even felt the chill in my fingertips. Like I said before, I do it myself, but seeing as how... Sorry for moving my mic. Seeing as how I've never even ridden this in a suit of armor, I'd just be buying myself a ticket to an early grave. Rest assured, however, that I'll do my best to learn from your example. Anyway, there's a suit waiting for us outside. I'll go ahead and ready it for you. Don't leave me waiting out in the cold for too long. I guess I probably could have jumped on a mount, but it's fine. Well, she's as ready as she'll ever be. I don't think I need to tell you this, but make sure not to bring those things near the cave. I'll stand watch from here and make sure all goes to plan. Stay safe out there, friend. Ah, I can't... What do you mean I can't fly? Why does this have flying capabilities? This is so... mean. Not being able to fly means this. I walked halfway away from my target. Oh, come on, it's not even the right thing. This isn't the one I'm used to. Oh my god. This is terrible! What is this? Wow. I hate this already. Is this? Oh, it's that spot. It's not that spot. Okay. Auto run! Activate! Auto run, deactivate. Whoops. Come on, guys. You're not gonna stay great with this, are you? Maybe you will. This is so entertaining. Oh my god, this one live. Alright, can I just get off and use my own mount now? Thank you. No, I didn't go to the wrong spot. You can't prove it. There you are, safe and sound. See, I knew you'd make quick works of those heaps of metal. It wasn't quick. It was terrible. I hated it. Doubtless they were used to deadly effect when the Garleans waged war amongst themselves. In order to ensure they fired upon their own countrymen, they were made to destroy anything that came within their sights. The fact that they were causing trouble this far out is distressing indeed. I must warn my superiors upon my return. Before that, however, there is yet one more task I would ask of you. I fear I might be imposing overmuch, but you have my word that this is the last one. I dream of home. One final task and won't bother you any longer. You needn't fight anything, at least not if you don't want to. No, this time I mean to make use of your more diplomatic faculties. One of my duties here is to find out whether the refugees wish to return home or not. Naturally, each will have their own decision and their own reasons, but getting a general feel for things will help us determine the best way to help in the days ahead. I'll gather what information I can from the people in the caves. You only have to speak with one man, but it may take a bit of work to find him. I've been told he ventured off towards the wreckage of the Imperial train. Now, we could wait for him to return, but I'm running behind as it is. If you could do this, you'd be helping not only me, but all those who have been left without a home. So, up there. Right. While we're down here, I'm gonna make a quick swing around. I don't actually know if any of them are alive, but this is another exploit. This little nook here in the mountains. That's the closest enemy. Why do I keep mentioning the closest enemy? Well, like I said, it is relevant. And then there is another hunt spawn point here. Just off this little ice lippity. So, as we travel to the next point, instead of cutting this out like I probably should, why do I keep mentioning the closest spawn point? Or the closest enemy to a hunt spawn point? Well, it's because the S rank of Garlemald is Armstrong. Armstrong spawns by dying while wearing the mended Imperial armor. Namely, do I have it? I don't know if I do have it on here. This stuff. That you get for like some level 50 thing. While you're wearing this, you have to die. Usually the easiest way to do it is like on a blue mage. You just put that on and go bleh. You can do it on anything though, really. But yeah, so you have to die on the point, wearing those 2 pieces of mended Imperial armor to try and spawn the S rank of this area. That's why I keep pointing out this is the nearest enemy, because it's usually the one I'm like Jed or little Ramu's lightning strike on with my blue mage to try and do it. Anyway, I guess it's really engines here. I probably should have been grabbing while I was talking, but it's still called Carver really appears to have seen better days. Perhaps another slower engine has a nicer one. Like this one? Maybe? Maybe. This carburetor appears to be intact. Appius will know for certain. Yeah, let's drop it off. List. And do remove home first before I do the pilot. Oh, nah, we'll be back. Hello, refugee. Oh, it's not often I encounter someone else out here. You've come here for ceruleum, I'm afraid this area has already been picked clean. I'm here to ask if you want to return to your homeland. Jarek has already asked me as much, but I suppose you must be thorough. Can you give me a moment? I would first like to offer a prayer to the departed. This wreckage was left in the wake of one particularly fierce battle. A dear friend of mine journeyed here to search it for abandoned supplies, but a sudden explosion cut his life short. Although I had meant to offer him a lone prayer, why don't you join me? He always was one to enjoy company of others, especially even those he scarcely knew. I placed these stones to mark the spot of his passing. Pray to his memory, if you will. Pray. Thank you. Whatever sustenance prayers provide to those who have passed, I'm sure that my friend is grateful for it. As for your previous question, well, I am Alan Megan by birth and was taken from my home and family by the Empire and made to serve in their interminable wars. After 10 years, my hands were so stained with blood I no longer recognized them as my own. Days, weeks, years blended into one until finally I was released from service. For the first time in a long while, I thought for myself. Did my wife and child still live? Would they allow one so steeped in sin back into their home? Even now I cannot bring myself to consider the answers to those questions. So in short, I cannot say. Please leave me with my thoughts. I won't be far behind, I promise. Alright. You're back down there. Rude. Anyway, before I speak with the flying guy, here's another spawn point. Boop. Right here. There's a few close enemies, but it's right around here. This point. Another spawn point. I'm hoping we could see the A's, but they might be dead right now. Not early still. I don't know. I don't know when Famfrit runs trains too often, so. I know they do, I just don't know when. Well, well, well. Aorasia's very own hero herself is to be our pilot. Then again, accomplished aviators such as yourself are thin on the ground these days. I suppose they had to turn to you. I've heard some fascinating stories about you, you know? Is it true you rode an ancient alien warmocker into a battle against the 7th Legion? Seemed far-fetched, but now that I've gotten a good look at you, I can see there may be some truth to the tale. Well, let's turn to the business at hand. The Elzevir contingent has requested that we ascertain the level of damage the city has sustained, and the only real way to get a proper handle on the situation is from above. However, there are still hosts of autonomous machines lurking the streets, and I won't hesitate to shoot down unidentified craft, which is where the First Legion's Magitek comes in. As long as we remain inside this armor, we needn't fear attack from the ground. When your loins are sufficiently girded for your trip among the clouds, just say the word. Okay. Not to scare you off, as this mission is of great importance to us, but I hope you have some idea of what you're about to embark upon. You will be wheeling through the sky and was essentially a metal bucket. If that hasn't unnerved you, I'm ready when you are. I've been through the sky and worse. Let's be on our way. Hello. Good time for my guys' complete ventures, I guess. I mean, I did send them out just before the video, but still. We shall start a survey from the north. A word of warning, though. From above, the extent of the damage will seem much greater than what you expect. It may come as something of a shock. Yeah, overpass there. Looks like it might collapse at any moment. A single chocobo feather could see it crumble to dust, I reckon. So cordon it off and ensure that none of our attempts to enter the... None of ours attempt to enter the area. Wow, I can't read. I have to go through the chat log because the dialogue goes too fast. This is Palatium Novum. Though it's in a starry state now, its towers were once symbols of our empire, symbols of the progress we could achieve through application of our sciences. I'm inclined to enter the structure proper to examine the extent of the devastation from within. Sadly, we are still too few in number for such an undertaking. We will have to wait. Oh, hey, sightseeing point. Look there! This looks largely intact, which is little wonder. The building, which dates back to the era of the Republic, is said to be constructed from materials meant to ward against all manner of offensive magics. Clearly not all our buildings were erected with such a design philosophy. We had foolishly assumed that the warmocking and defending us would make up for less than ideal structural integrity. You can see what cutting corners cost us. With that, I would say we hit all the key areas of this city for the most part. Let's return to Camp Broken Glass, shall we? Rude! Thank you for joining me in the skies today, Arya. confess I have been on my guard around you, Eorzean Mont. It has been beaten into my skull that you are, and always will be, my enemy. Spending my time with you today, however, has made me realize that you truly are here to help us, not harm us. To be honest, your contingent support has been a bright spot in this gloom. It is easy to fall prey to hopelessness, but we have a responsibility to fight on, do we not? We are all of us living on the star, and who else can see it brought back from the brink of ruin? Many of us have lost families, friends, loved ones. Grief hangs heavy on the Empire. We need time to lick our wounds, but that does not mean we are without the fire of determination. We wish to see our homes restored to its former glory. That is part of the reason why I decided to undertake this task. Actually. I want to better understand not only the road ahead for the Empire, but to see for myself the stuff you Eorzeans are made of. Enough sentimentality though, there is still much to be done here, and this armor won't repair itself. Would you mind reporting back to the reconnaissance officer who assigned you to this task and tell him of our findings? I guess since they just yeeted me back to Broken Glass, we'll just go turn in a bunch of quests. Actually, I'm not even back at Broken Glass, I'm still in the middle of nowhere. Okay, we're down to the last batch anyway. Let's go deal with this. We're looking for discarded weapons, I guess. There's one. Oop, there's another between these buildings. Okay, that's just two here. Also, I want to go find that sightseeing point because it's gonna bug me. There's another. And one more? Not that way. Good. No, that is an enemy. That was not what I was looking for. Oh, we're way too far out. There it is. Alright, so that's the weapons. So, a couple more things I want to do up here before we port back and terminal. Now I want to go swing up here. There's a sightseeing point. Cenaculum Imperialis. Once the center of government for the Republic of Garlemald, the stately building would later house the Emperor's Advisory Council. Within its walls, countless campaigns were planned and executed, decisions that would result in untold bloodshed and bring ever greater prosperity to the Empire. I wanted to get that. Good. I knew it was there, or found out it was there. I mean, I just don't know roughly where all of them are because I finally sought them all out. But anyway, where these two adventures are, there's a hunt spawn point around here. I'm thinking nothing's alive, or there's just 2 points I never went to. There's another one right around these rocks, and now we're heading back. Not flying, because this is Garlemald. Okay, this is Garlemald. Hello. The hunter has delivered word to me already of his plans to deal with our Yeti troubles. How clever a stratagem he's hit upon. Only a method weren't quite so macabre, shall we say? Almost surreal to consider that our will-not foes now aid us in our survival. Today has proven to me that we really can bridge the divide that once separated us from them, and all it takes is for us to simply reach out and offer a hand of friendship. I should like very much for this newfound partnership to continue. Got you. I see you are still in possession of a full set of limbs, which can only mean the home was a success. Truth be told, I heard from others in the field that the berry encounter was rather more lively than we anticipated, and a fair bit bigger. What? You felt that brute all by yourself? Most impressive, though it would appear that the sleeping potion provided by Lord Manolane was considerably less effective than he'd led us to believe. As he tells it, he adopted this approach after incurring the wrath of his Lord Father for his inability to master more sporting methods. He spoke of his exploits with some pride, despite his tales hardly painting him in a favorable light. Still, in our present situation, you must forego the thrill of the hunt, select the means that present the surest route to success, underhanded though they may be. Regrettably, the bearers of this region are entirely immune to the formula. Perhaps there was something wrong with it to begin with. In any case, no harm done to you. I mean, not the bears, obviously. Oh, it's kind of a mean bear. And mean. Let's just go down here. Because you're gonna have another quest for me, so. Not a moment too soon. We're able to find an intact carburetor. Yes. This will do. This will do it. Now, Rimelon and I can finish fixing up those engines in no time at all. There. Everything's in order. These should be much more efficient, and you'll notice they've stopped making strange and ominous noises. I must say, I'm taken aback by your abundance of skill. Allow me to think on behalf of everyone here at Camp Broken Glass. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Happy to be of service. You do seem genuine about that. Tell me, do you have some sort of connection to Camp Broken Glass? Anyway, I hail from Leatherum as it happens. It was a village here, precisely where your camp is now. It acted as a checkpoint for those visiting the capital, but it was also home to the Riggs workers and our families. Obviously, much has happened since last I could call this place home, but in my heart of hearts, it always will be. I must apologize, we're effectively occupying your home. You have placed the full burden of proving good faith in our dealings upon you. Oh no, I couldn't blame you for that. We hardly had a viable alternative to abandoning Leatherum, knowing we could never defend ourselves against wandering bands of maddened soldiers. That reality is no more your fault than ours. Even if you vacated right this instant, I doubt many of us would return. We simply don't have the resources. Until Juturna Platform G is back in working order, that is. Truth be told, your presence here is what has me daring to hope. If you agree to help me now, there may come a day when the other survivors and I can come home. Fury above, I certainly can't turn you away now, and you've proven yourself with your work this day. I have no lingering qualms about approaching my superiors with your proposal. Truly? Oh, I could kiss you. Like I said, they're gonna have another quest. Operation Reactivation. If there are no objections, I will speak to the quartermaster about getting necessary men and supplies for this operation straight away. He's stationed just over there in the pavilion. But I trouble you to accompany me. It might help if another can testify to Appius's sincerity and competence. Great idea! What are we waiting for? One would think he didn't have a care in the world. Let's pray that Estolo is amused rather than irritated. Oh, we'll deal with that when we get up there. Good to have you among us again, Arya. I've heard of your triumph in taking down those behemoth war machina and have prepared you a reward to commensurate with your efforts. That piece of artillery proved as effective as Garlemald ironworks intimated. But such is to be expected. Their craftsmanship is well renowned, and their latest efforts redound to their credit. Alas, we were told not to expect more of its type, at least anytime soon. According to the letter we received, its crafting was only made possible through the work of a rather ambitious employee and Mountain Gale. Production of it on a large scale will prove impossible. Expenses notwithstanding, you were able to wield this foreign ordinance with great aplomb. Though it is but a trifle compared to the valor shown, I offer you this as a show of gratitude. Okay. You have two. Scouting for scouts! Gods be good. I'll dispatch troops at once. We're lucky you got there when you did, though I wonder what drew that civilian to such a dangerous place to begin with. Perhaps he was in search of supplies? I doubt he'd find much food in that particular area, so it must have been fuel he was after. If I were him, I'd try that enormous extraction facility on the lake, but it sounds like he was hoping to get cerulean from the water itself. Seems like a tricky task at the best of times, although I expect the folks around those parts have their methods. If so, they could probably stay holed up for months on end, providing there's enough food to go around. Well, the main thing is that he and my friends are no longer in any danger. I see now you're every bit the hero. Oh, excuse me. People say you are. Not that I ever doubted it. It's good to see you among us. It's good to see you among us again, though I admit you're a little banged up from the escapade. You seem in better health than I had expected. When I first heard of your distress call, I feared we had lost you. And you would have if it weren't for this woman's bravery and keen eyes. She warned me of the coming attack, granting me the wherewithal to avoid any fatal injuries. I hardly did anything. I merely noticed something large moving about in the shadows of some debris. Must have been because of this third eye of mine. So it's true what they say, the Garlands really do have heightened awareness. Where are my manners? You've had quite the trying day. Let us find you some food in a place where you might be able to relax. Before you go, I would like to extend my gratitude to you as well, Arya. Your expediency proved to be the saving grace this day. Was it expedient, though? Hello, Estelo. Ah, Rimano. I see you brought Mistress Ariana, and is that the envoy from Tapper's Den? Yes, you see, sir, I'll begin with Appius here. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. See, it would certainly be a boon to us if the platform was restored to working order. No doubt, so you agree to help. On one condition, you must first confirm that the platform can be reactivated. We aren't blessed with a stir for the personnel and resources, you know. Thus, our reaching out to the tappers begin with. We cannot waste time and manpower in operations with little chance of success. Ramona, you are tasked with assessing the current state of Juturna Platform G, as well as the precise resources we would need to commit to reactivating it. I shall make my final decision on how to proceed only once I am fully abreast of the situation. Yes, sir. In that case, Arya and I will accompany you. Really, I'll start making decisions on Arya's behalf. I would be glad for the company. Meet us at Juturna Platform G if you would. Appius can help me carry the equipment. Okay, well, we're gonna continue turning in. Have you any discard weaponry, any person? Yes. Yes, that's just what we were looking for. Thank you for bringing it to us. It is said that each legion has its own unique weaponry, but to my eye, it is all much of a muchness. I suppose their similarities are owed to the fact that they were mass-produced in Enceladium. Perhaps when Garlemald still thought itself a republic and they first started employing Rogan and mercenaries, they sought to diversify their armaments in the same way as their troops. Of course, later advances in technology made it possible to churn out all sorts of weaponry at an alarming rate. I wonder if they had never discovered Machina, what would the Empire look like today? It makes someone think, doesn't it? My men reported they found both the mother and the child making their way here and have provided them with the shelter and aid that they require. I confess guess I was more than a bit surprised when a woman told me of your success in lifting the rubble. It sounded too tall of a tale to be real, even. But then I remembered who we were dealing with and felt foolish for doubting her. At any rate, they are safe and in our care now, all thanks to you. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Ugh. Hello. You've flown through the skies above Garlemald and lived to tell the tale. How was the Imperial pilot? I can't imagine how difficult it must be to look down on such records and know that it was once your home. I'm sure your presence was a comfort to him. Excuse me. It will take a great deal of hard work and elbow grease to see the city restored, but I have all the faith in the world that we can see it done. I only hope that our efforts here can bring about an alliance between our realms. Crab cakes. Arcane crab cakes that I just got. You came. I have expected you might not, given the dangers. Then again, you are Eorzea's champion, and what sort of hero balks in the face of a challenge, eh? Forgive me. Forgive my excitement. I've been wanting to make your acquaintance for some time now. Yes, well, anyway. Shall we be off then? Find me at Radio Urbanisima. I shall escort you from there. Far easier that way. Trust me. I guess I could have talked to this guy. Oh well. Okay, so it's that one. And then we've got the surveying one. I don't know what we're surveying for, but we're surveying. Hello, Fate. Oh, for the local boy. Up, clearly. He's not up. Oh, there he is. There he is. We found him. I think a boy carried a crate in the direction of Liminal Station 4. Okay. Ah. Like wrong spot. Found him. Hiding behind a pillar. What do you want? Got me, did you? So what? I didn't do anything wrong. Finders keepers. This food ain't just for me. The others need it too. I know you're just trying to help, but we can look after ourselves. If your friends worry about us, tell them we'll be alright until this food runs out anyway. Okay. Let's go. Let's just go check. This is one of the B ranks, Emperor's Rose. Curious, I'm gonna find the other B rank. Must have been killed in between my spotting. So this is one of the B ranks, Emperor's Rose. Spawns on the east side of Garlemald. I'm thinking the A's are dead. And then just right over the pipes there, in this little nook, is another hunt line for Farlemald. How did I not find War Machine? The other one's War Machine, and he should be on the west side, but I did not find him. The quest is down, however, we are going up first, because there's a sightseeing log up here. Juturna Platform G. This mining platform is designed to pump vast quantities of cerulean-rich water from the icy depths of Cerulia Ancients. 6 more rigs were built within the region for the same purpose, but the eruption of the Civil War brought all operations to a standstill. Now we need to go down. I do miss the days when we had a full crew pumping, tinkering, operating heavy machinery with too little sleep. As much as I would like to know what in the hells you're on about, we have no time to be revisiting old memories. We are here for one reason, and one reason only. I know. At least the exterior seems unharmed. I'll head inside and have a look around. Can you two stay here and make sure nothing large and hungry is waiting for me when I come back? Sounds reasonable, Arya. Let's keep our wits about us. Excellent. I'll see you both in a bit. I exactly where my hair is. Nevertheless, I must stay focused. I didn't mean to talk to you, but waiting. Ah, Appius. How did it look? Equipment appears undamaged, though temperatures are so low that we'll need to be careful about how much we turn everything on again. It's just... what, is there another issue? The word yes. I couldn't find the identification key. Without it, there's no way to activate the platform, even if we're in pristine condition. And why exactly was designed with such an obvious flaw? Flaw? Should turn the platform to use the capital's main supplier of cerulean. I want to do if anyone could turn it off and on now, would it? He is always kept secure, and there are only 2 people able to open the containers usually started. Myself and Chief Frontinus. I haven't seen him since the blast of war began, but I can only imagine he's out there somewhere, key in hand. You think he took it? I've never met anyone quite as loyal to Empire's Chief Frontinus. He probably took the key to stop anyone from misusing the platform. And I'd say he succeeded in his aim. It stayed dormant this whole time and out of the hands of the warring faction. Indeed, now I just need to find out where he is. I'm sorry for wasting your time. There's no way we can get this place up and running without that key. Don't tell me you're gonna give up just like that. Not after I found the carburetor for you dolt. I suppose you're right. With the 3 of us together, surely we can think of something. Energy for all. Is there really no way to bypass the mechanism that the identification key interacts with? What exactly do you mean? I work at the manufactory in Ishgard. I once watched my superior, as is his way, dismantle a Magitek armament and put it back together again. To see him bypassing the verification mechanism required to activate the machine by rewiring it. It's running something similar wouldn't be possible with the platform. That's something a second-rate thief would do. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Save your chief engineer appearing out of thin air. It's likely our only option. You've got a point there. And far be it from me to turn down the proposal from an esteemed colleague. I'm so glad to have you at my disposal. That's a spirit, I suppose. I shall return to the camp to inform the quartermaster of our plans. He should be willing to spare an external power source and a few other tools if I vow to return them soon. Perhaps even some extra pairs of hands. That leaves me to open up the control panel and rearrange a few things before Garlemald returns. In the meantime, I'd thank you to keep an eye out for anything that might eat him on the way back. There were never so many beasts around before, but they must have gotten comfortable without us traipsing back and forth across the ice. A little too comfortable if you ask me. Alright. I guess this is Carbuncle Day, because it's like the 4th time I've gotten it. Waiting. Hello, Almasty. What are you doing here? Oh, this is too bad. forth. I've done all I can for now. I even caught the end of your battle with those creatures. Spectacular. Ready to get to work, I hope. Of course, all that's left is to engage in a bit of Ishgardian skullduggery. I'm not sure I care for that turn of phase, but very well. We'll attach the power devices, which should allow you to utilize the control panel. Thrilling. This place will be up and running before you know it. Just stand back and watch the master at work. It worked. Yes? That it did. There's life in that in the old girl, yeah. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done to get it ready to extract and refine ceruleum, but we're off to an excellent start. Which means Garlemald just took its first steps on the road to recovery. I cannot thank you both enough. I'm pleased that this plan was a success after all. I appreciate your seeing it through to the end. We can leave the rest to the engineers I brought with me, and they're more than capable of keeping the place operational until we're prepared for the next phase. Also, I'll return to camp and inform Estolo of our triumph. Alright, that one's done. Let us return to the commissary officer and then head north again. There you are, and even sooner than I anticipated. What did the man say? I see, such a tragic story, but sadly not an uncommon one. Seems that for some, the question of where home lies has no easy answer. In any case, we've done all that we can at present. Let's return to the camp and report our findings to the contingent, eh? Yes, but let's go to Tertium first and go north. Alpha! Let me join you here. Yay, Alpha! Look at him, he's so happy. We're on the swings together. It's a good day to be Alpha. Yay! Look at him, he's so happy. So happy. Yeah. And Omega's just over there. He's so happy. So this is one of 3 interactions in Garlemald for Alpha. He can also be asleep on these benches over here, and he can be at the top of this slide. But we got the best one. We got the swing where he's so happy. He's just chilling on a swing. Yeah. Alright, I should probably get back to it. This is long enough. I'm sorry, Alpha. I just want to chill with you for the next hour, but I do have things I need to be doing. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Well, this is bothered. The Magitek I have my eye on doesn't seem to be quite as accessible as I hoped. There's just so much accursed wreckage in the way. We won't be able to try anything out. Pickle indeed. Hate to ask, but have you any brilliant ideas with that slave of yours? Use some explosive on you. That will do the trick, certainly. Alas, I'm not at all skilled in the overseeing technologies, which means there's a distinct possibility I'll blow my hands clean off if I try to tinker with such a device. Perhaps I could leave the blasting of objects to you, as my alpha tattoo tries to go itchy. Alright. Let's blow up that rubble. Boom. Let's blow up this rubble. And boom. You've made us a path. Very good, very good. Now my Machina can finally get its day in the sun. Poor boy was originally meant to be used against the Third Legion to rain death and destruction upon them, but I lied to my superior officer and told him this Machina was too far beyond repair their purpose for any practical military use. Now it gets a second and the far more peaceful chance of life, and I must spare the grief from knowing I had my hands spilling countrymen's blood. When I was told to what ends it would be used, I couldn't believe my ears. This was not the empire I knew, the empire I believed in. I had been taught that our country's cornerstone was peace, one founded upon the ways of science and machine. How can we make such a claim when internecine strife waste to our lands, kills our peoples? You may be overseeing, but I see that your heart is true. So I know that you will answer me honestly when I ask. Do you find the Empire cruel and barbarous? All that separates our two sides is greed. You're kind to say so. It's the victors who write history, and I fear that Garlemald will be penned with no kind hand. We've seen to that ourselves. Even so, I still wholeheartedly believe in our founding principle: unification, the banner of peace. Unification under a banner of peace. Blah. Which is why I plan to put this war machine to better use, like rebuilding our city for one. His days on the battlefield will be behind him once my tools have done their work. Thank you for allowing me this chance to talk so frankly, and for all the pyrotechnics and whatnot, of course. Well then, shall we be heading back? I'm sure Comrade Iliad is in the want of a report about now. Yes. I really do hope in Dawntrail there's less escorting. I have my doubts too. At least less of the stealth. Oh my god, the stealth. I've gone to the trouble of submitting my report already, so you needn't worry about that. And as I promised, that brings an end to my endless requests. Truth be told, my motivations for being here aren't entirely out of a sense of duty. My father was conscripted into the Garlemald forces long ago, so when I heard that refugees had been found here, I had to meet them for myself. I volunteered for this duty, but unfortunately none of the refugees stirred my memories of him. Still, I won't give up the search. No matter what misdeed he was forced to commit, all I want is to see him again, to share a meal under the same roof. Some, like Jarek, seem resigned to accept this place as their home, but there are others, like my father, who have people waiting for them, searching for them. If I can see even one family reunite, then all of this will have been worth it. Although the road ahead is a long one, it's time to stop forcing you to talk it with me. Thanks for all you've done, friend. Please take this. You've earned it 1,000 times over. A whole 900 gil! At least you get 1,000 if you're gonna say 1,000 times over. Gosh. There you are, Arya. I've already received word from our friend the engineer. He was rather fulsome in his praise of you, I must say. You're a credit to the cause. There was a lightness about him one I hadn't seen when he first spoke to me. It's as if a weight had fallen clean off his shoulders. As a member of the Imperial Army, he is no doubt conflicted about this state of affairs. Perhaps speaking with you, helped him gain a bit of perspective on the whole thing. Who knows? At any rate, allow me to thank you for your work today. We couldn't have done it without you. Alright. Oh, here's the car again. You guys have so many mounts. Hi, Manuki. They managed to track him down. That's a relief, though his outright refusal of our help is concerning. I came here with the best intentions but barely a moment's consideration for how the people of Garlemald might feel towards us, because it's only natural they'd be wary. If they won't accept our aid, we can still make their lives a little easier. We'll start by making the area around the granary safe so they can gather food whenever they please. Here, I'd like you to have this for me, for giving me peace of mind. 700 gil! Way. Game. Oh yes, hello. Good to see you again. I was just wondering when I might hear about how you had fared at the platform. And it seems I won't have any longer to wait. I trust your eagerness is a sign that you had some success. Yes, sir. We were able to access the platform's controls and confirm that it is operational. There are still adjustments to be made, but I imagine it won't be long until it's fully operational. Splendid. If the camp can secure a stable supply of energy, we can begin rebuilding throughout the region. It will doubtless give succor to those in Tapper's Den and the capital proper as well. One of our goals when we first came here was to improve the lives of those that still call this frozen land home, and you have made a great contribution towards realizing that ambition. Thank you, sir. Really wouldn't have made it this far without your genius. The days when Garlemald looked towards a bright future seem so distant now that the snow and frost have reclaimed their dominion. But I, for one, am ready to embark upon the same journey that my ancestors once did and build a new home around the warmth of Cerulean Plain. I'm certain that when the time comes, I shall be proud to know that I worked alongside you. I must thank you as well. You have taught me to listen with sincerity to the words of those who I would otherwise have unjustly scorned. Imagine it will be some time before we can return Elateron to its former inhabitants, but I promise that when we do, it will be in a better state than when you left. Well then, we better get to work. Ah, we indeed. Let's take some more crab cakes of the king variety. And is that it? Are we done with Broken Glass? Oh my gosh, we are done with Camp Broken Glass. It's a miracle. We just have to do Tertium still. It's gonna be another hour and a half to do Tertium, isn't it? Well, regardless, we got Camp Broken Glass done. So thank you for watching and joining us on this little tour of Garlemald because, oh my god. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoy it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this and more. I'll link to that in the description below, along with some links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is Brynio T signing out. Bye!